Hello everyone and welcome to My Creative Curiosity, where I explore my creativity and I hope I inspire you to do the same. Last video, which will be linked below, the we did the covering of the pages in my soon-to-be book diary. And today I wanted to put in the cards that I had made. They are library looking cards and a library card holder. Now, this is just a quick prototype that I did, and I'm thinking I want to make it just slightly bigger than I did, because you can see it's a little hard to get in there. And maybe because this is just regular paper, that I will back it with some black cardstock to give it a better hold. So this one right now is measuring at about 3 inches and 1/5 wide. I'm thinking I want to go to maybe 4 inches and then just a little bit down on the side so that when I fold it over and cut it, it is, a little bit larger than this. And when I fold it, it comes to about 4 inches, 9/10, so almost 5 inches. So I'm thinking the fold I want to do at 5 inches, and the full length without it being folded over, I'm thinking I want to do at 8. So about 3 inches will be folded up, but we will see as I go. The front right now is empty, is plain white because this is not a double-sided cardstock, and I think I'll want to decorate that as we go also. I have a book that I like the pages in, and I think I will fill the front piece with the pages. Okay, so let's get started, and I'll be right back to show you all of the stuff. For the cardstock pages, or the library card pages that I want to put in to my book diary, is I have January through December cards, because I like to write down the date that I finish a book, the name of the book, and the number of pages that I have in a book. These are going to be for 2023, and I want to make it so that I can redo these every year and you reuse the book. And that way I'll have stuff like that. Then I have others that I have made, like books read in the year, so I'll be able to put down the year, the number of books, the number of pages that I've read. I want to do best book of the year that I really liked, and the worst book of the year. Something that, was hard for me to get through, hard for me to read, anything like that. I have authors to read, series to read, random books that I come across that I find I want to read, and education books that I want to read. Now, I don't force myself to read constantly. It's just lolling along if I feel like it. But I do want to spread out my reading list, because I have certain books that I do want to try. One of the things I want to put inside the book is my reading order list. So it'll be like book to read before I die. From that list I'll pick a book. Seasonal book, I'll pick a book. Featured authors to read. My book library, that means like in my home, I have a very small library. Book series I want to read, and then a book from the local annex branch, which is right across the street from where I live. I have a list of book series and trilogies that I want to read and the number of books in it. The numbers might be off because this list was made a while ago, so I may not be up to date with all the books. Then I have my featured authors. Now, some of these are vintage authors. Some of them are like Kindle books that I've come across. The authors that I may want to read from that. Just authors that I like and want to, try to get all of their books through me eventually. So that's kind of my goals. All right, so let's get started on cutting out our first, sorry if I'm shaky, there we go. Let's cut out our first cards. Now, if the lighting is a bit too dark, it is because when I have my ring light on, everything just looks blank white. So I will have to go through that. And find out how to get better lighting. Now we are kind of partly cloudy, so sometimes the light will fluctuate in here. And our heater is running to be, just really nice. Now I cut these cards at 3 1/5 wide and 4 1/2 long. So there is one completely cut out. This is a template that I have made for myself, as I was very specific in what I wanted my book to have in it. So if anyone is interested in the templates, I can definitely make them a printout or anything like that. Now I'm going to back it with black cardstock here. And if I can find my, oh, there it is, my little gluing station thing. Still using the Elmer school glue, so let's hope all goes well. Alright, and then all I am going to do is just line it up, eyeballing it, putting it down, using my bone folder. Place it down. And then I'm also going to eyeball it on my oops, sorry about that. Don't have a big space for my desk, so I try to get everything in as much as possible. Okay, there I have backed it. Let's see, with black cardstock. And now I'm going to make the image around it, or the card holder. The library card holder for it. Alright. So what I do to make the library card folder is I cut an 8 by 5 piece of paper. Then what I'm going to do, because I don't have a like folder tool or scoring tool, I measure on my paper cutter to 5 inches, and I just use the cut line to do the scoring. So I score it at 5 inches down to make the pocket for the library card holder. And then at 4.5 inches, I score again. Turn it around at 4.5 inches. I score one more time so that I have 1/2 inch off of each side scored. Then what I do is on the long side, right where the score lines meet, not sure if you can see that, let me shut off my light. I'm not sure if it's any better, but right here, where the score lines meet, I'm going to make a cut from the edge to the score line, and then I'm going to cut down the longer length, to where I made my cut. Cutting along the scored edge. Now this is before I fold it, so that I have a better area to cut in. On the other side, I do the same thing. I cut from the edge to where the score lines meet, and then down the long edge of the score line until it meets with my first cut. So that will leave us with this full back, a score line here, and a score line here. Now what I do is I fold the score line in on each side and give it a nice clean edge with my bone folder. And then I fold this score line across the middle. That's going to make the pocket. And that'll make our pocket. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. I'm going to go all the way up, and on the other side, go all the way up, and then I'm just going to turn it inward. Use my bone folder to get a good clean edge on them and pop them with little holders. Clips are good. Then what I do is I do kind of like a in order fashion. I go through, I cut all of my papers to the size I need. Then I go and I score all of them the way I want for the measurements. Then I go back and I do my gluing or folding and gluing. And after this is nice and stuck, I'm going to put the page that I want onto the front. And I use this book. It's an Old Reader's Digest book. I don't have a problem with ripping into it, but if you have a problem tearing apart books or anything like that, there are places on the internet where you can get pages and digital pages that you can print out, and that way you won't have to worry about doing anything to a book that you might regret. So, now at this point, I like to eye it. I'm going to take off using my little ruler. Just going to tear down the edge of it. I like that tattered look. And then from here, I'm going to see how far to go in. And how far to go down. Okay. I'm going to go all the way down here so that it'll fold over the edge. Make it nice and neat. And I think I will go in. So I like the number here. I think I'll go in right here. Alright. Then using my lovely glue, 25 or 26. This one. Alright, and using my glue stick, I'm going to stick it right there, and right around the edge. I'm going to push it down with my bone folder, and there we go. And now January will sit right into it. Lovely. So I'm going to do the rest of them off camera, and then I will show you when we start to put them in the book. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have them all done, and it does take a while, especially when I have every month, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 of them already completed. I have some blank ones to add any of things that I think of. I also am going to have an empty folder inside of the book. Okay, so let's start putting them in the book. And I'm going to let you know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it directly in this order. I'm going to do books read in the year, then I'm going to do every month in succession, 1 through 12. Then I'm going to do like the best and worst book of the year, authors to read, series to read, random books, and education books. And from there, it's just going to go to whatever I think of throughout the year or notes that I want to put in. And let's get to it. So with the first one that I'm going to be putting in here, the books read in the year, I'm going to put it lower down because I want to make this a tuck spot for a bookmark or two, or anything I want to add into that. So I'm just going to go around the outer edges with my glitter glue. My art glitter glue. And I'm just going to stick it right on there. Stick it down. Okay, and then next is going to come January through December. And as I said, the rest of the different books, different library cards. So I'm going to do that off camera real quick, and I'll be right back to show you how it looks. All right? See you soon. All right, everybody, and we are done with filling the pages with the library cards and the library card holders. Sorry, I feel a little glue there. Okay, as you can see, it does bulk it out a lot. I should have known. I wanted to put the cards in the same places, but then I realized that the thicker folds just bulk it up. So after a little while, I decided I was going to stagger by going down with one and up on the other page with the other. It still does get bulky, but I'm okay with that. And I am going to, obviously, when we decorate the cover, we're going to make a really nice closure for it to just kind of keep it down. Tonight, I'll probably put it under a large book. Maybe that'll flatten it out a little bit more. Make everything just a little bit more solid in there. I use tacky glue to glue down the library card holder. And after the 12 months, I did leave a couple pages totally blank so that I can readjust what I'm going to put in it. And then my books to read before I die little booklet will go in here in the center. I'm going to have it so that it can be detached and taken out if I want. And then at the end, I also left some of the pages blank for any kind of writing or any kind of pocket that I want to do. But I'm okay with bulking it out. I wasn't able to go through the booklets and show you like my reading order list or my book series trilogy list. So I'll do that on the next video. And that's it. Hope everybody enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you want to keep up with what I'm doing. The best things are I have all these little scraps from this. And I already have plans for them for a sale that is coming up in our town in February. So it'll be a craft sale, and I'm going to make some stuff out of these little scraps. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.